I don't feel secure. The puck got in their mouth, actually. I'm starting to dissociate a little bit. Actually, that started this morning. Say what you will about me, I love a dad sneaker. We love a rebel. I'll be in debt. Good morning, everybody. I'm coming at you barefaced, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed on this Tuesday afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Alternatively, we are going to be doing another spend the week with me, week in my life, come along with me on my week kind of vlog. This is the second one of these I've ever done and I am by no means a natural, so we're gonna do what we can do. We're gonna do our best, but I have some pretty exciting things coming up this week. It's first week back at uni for semester 2 of this year of 2024 and I wasn't going to vlog, but one of my friends and I, creative writing bestie Claire, who I'm gonna try and introduce you guys to later in this video if she wants to, we went to see our first ice hockey game together because she's a book girly. She's intrigued by ice hockey as well. So we went to see our first ice hockey game probably like 2 months ago at this point, and literally as soon as it finished we booked tickets for a second game and she was like, you should vlog it. You should vlog it. The girl is gonna eat that up. So I'm sticking to my word and I'm going to be really brave and I'm gonna potentially attempt some public vlogging at the hockey game. It could just be b-roll of the hockey guys skating back and forth. Who knows? But that is kind of the whole reason that this weekly vlog is happening and it just happens to coincide with the first week back at uni. I've got a couple of books that I want to talk to you guys about, a couple of novellas. I'm in a little bit of a book slump, but I think I'm coming out of it, so I would love to share that experience and how I'm getting out of it. I also potentially want to chat to you about my septoplasty just a little bit because I've had like a couple of people comment just wishing me well, and I had someone comment about their own experience, so I would love to just like talk about it for a portion of this vlog. But on today's to-do list, I would like to film my August TBR videos. I would also like to get a head start on watching some of my lectures for this week. I have a prac class on Thursday, today's Tuesday afternoon, and I need to finish watching the lectures by Thursday, and there's like 2 or 3 hours worth. And yeah, I think that's sort of all there is on my, oh no, I need to write some more prompts for my TBR jar because she's getting a bit stale. I just want to zhuzh her up a little bit, put some new prompts in there. So I've already like collated a little bit of a list of like 6 or 7 new prompts or something. So I'm going to write those down, chuck them in there. But we're going to do my makeup first. And I'm going to chat to you while I do my makeup because why the hell not? We're down here, I guess. I've never filmed down here since getting my new camera. So this is like interesting. I hope the quality is good. Doesn't look like it's been filmed on a potato. So the first thing that I want to talk to you about is my reading slump. I think I've been in a reading slump since finishing, well, I think I've been in a reading slump all year, to be perfectly honest. It was absolutely made worse by finishing and absolutely loving A Fate Inked in Blood, but I'm just like, no regular romance is living up to that now. I don't know what to do because I don't have the comprehension skills or like the wrinkliest brain, so I don't think I'm gonna become a permanent fantasy girly. But I'm also like a romance, none of it's living up to the hype. I've read Crossroads, I've read Watch Your Mouth, I've read another book since then I think, and it's just none of it's living up. So I feel like I'm in a little bit of a pickle. However, bestie KC on Instagram, I saw that she was reading, I think it's called like the Improbable Meet Cute series or something. It's a collection of little novellas by like various different popular authors. There's one by Christina Lauren, one by Abby Jimenez, one by Sally Thorne, so like heaps of popular romance authors. And I finished reading yesterday the one by Abby Jimenez. I'm blanking on the name, but I'll slap it up here. It was basically just an exchange between 2 people like leaving notes on one of the person's cars, because I think it started on Valentine's Day. I'm pretty sure all of the novellas have a bit of a theme around Valentine's Day, but she accidentally had a note left on her car by him that was intended for his brother's fiance or something, to be from his brother, and he got the wrong car. And it just so happens that she ends up like working as a in-home nurse at the same building that his brother lives in, so he sees the car again. They strike up this thing where they like leave each other notes. It's like sort of cute. They have these like weird little incidental meetings where they don't know who each other is and they don't know that this is the person they've been leaving notes to. And it's cute, you know. I thought it was good. I rated it 4 stars. Like it was just a basic little novella. I think it was like 60 pages long. I finished it in literally an hour. I woke up stupid early yesterday, like 6 a.m. for no reason. My body just decided to wake me up, but I figured I could spend that time reading a book. So I read this little novella. This is my first experience with Abby Jimenez as an author, and I do think her writing is quite simplistic. It did sort of lack a little bit of like emotion for me. There wasn't a whole lot of evocative things in her writing, which is something that I tend to quite enjoy. Like, although I did appreciate the sort of simplicity and the like straight to the point approach, I just wish there was a little bit more emotion in it. But overall it was good. It's a bit like a just cute little meet cute. You don't really see the rest of the relationship from the couple, which is fine. The like build up and lead up to the relationships in romance books is my favorite part anyway. And I'm now reading the Christina Lauren one. It's something about like You're the Only Exception. I'll put the cover up. And this one's actually pretty good as well. I don't know if there's a theme across them about leaving each other notes or like anonymously messaging each other, because in this one we have 2 characters where one of them accidentally sends the other an email that was intended for his teacher or her teacher. I can't remember who started it, and it's sent on Valentine's Day, and they just like accidentally strike up this conversation and this tradition of emailing each other every Valentine's Day, and they basically keep that tradition going all the way into college, all the way into postgraduate life, until they kind of decide that they want to meet each other, but they accidentally meet each other like beforehand, and he figures out who she is but she doesn't figure out who he is. Honestly, I'm really enjoying this one. I can foresee it being a 5-star. It's like 100 pages long, really simple, easy read. Like half the book is just email exchanges and them getting to know each other over the like 10 years or something that they email each other. But yeah, this one's really cute. I actually really love him as a love interest. Like he's just very my type, I suppose. I don't know. He's just very like academically driven, very sweet, but also has like a bit of mystery, a bit of hotness to him, you know? So I'm like a little bit sad that it's not a fully fleshed out book, but it's really good is all I'm saying. I've recently acquired Bourbon and Lies by Victoria Wilder. I just bought it because it was really pretty. It is on Kindle Unlimited, but the cover. It's beautiful. It's probably like one of the prettiest books on my bookshelf. It's genuinely stunning. I'm really excited to read this one though. It definitely has like a mystery undertone to it, which is something that I think I quite enjoy in a small town romance because it spices things up a little bit. And as I said, book slump needs something that's gonna keep my attention. What else? Oh, I was gonna say something else. Oh, I started reading The Poor Boy as well because that was on my July TBR. That book is absolutely not helping with my book slump. I think I'm gonna DNF it. I've not DNF'd a book in a long time. I think I've only ever DNF'd like 3 or 4 books. This is gonna be one of them. I already don't like age gaps, and I really don't think I'm cut out for an older woman, younger man scenario, especially when the younger man is 24 and she's like 42. I'm sure some people are into that, and I no hate against you. Absolutely read whatever the hell you want. It just makes me a little bit uncomfortable. It also doesn't help that the relationship between the 2 characters is very physical. I think they got together physically for the first time like 15% in. I think I probably just had the wrong expectations for Nikki Sloane's books because all of them are quite physical. This one felt a little bit more intense than the other one. And you know, I typically love a bit of spice in my books, but this one I was already uncomfortable, and I feel like nothing was really done to make me feel more comfortable, which is totally a me issue. I'm sure this book is still great if that's your sort of thing, and I'm just kind of talking nonsense now, but yeah. I'm gonna DNF The Poor Boy. I gave it a really good chance. I think I'm like 50-something% in, but I'm just so uncomfortable. I'm so uncomfortable and I just can't do it anymore. So there you go, I'm DNFing it. What else can I talk to you guys about while I'm down here? We can probably talk about my uni ambitions for this semester. I don't know. I have 10 units left until I graduate, which is 1 course, which is terrifying. I'm not ready to be unleashed on the world. Are we about to get a D? We might be about to get a D, but I also don't like my degree. I don't want to go into the career path that it leads into. It is quite a diverse degree, but I just don't foresee myself working in that sort of area. So, you know, graduation's bringing a lot of hassles with it, a lot of uncomfortable feelings, a lot of anxiety. But for now, I'm just doing my 10 units and we'll see what happens at the end of it. I'll graduate, I'll have a degree, I'll be in debt. For now, probably just going to continue reading my books, making videos, making a tiny bit of money off of YouTube and working my retail customer service job. That's such a scary conversation to have, and I've had it with a couple of people now, and you know, most of them have been supportive, but I feel like I'm clamming up so much right now. You know, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of the reality that's going on right now, and here it is. In regards to what course I'm taking this semester, I'm doing a neural and visceral anatomy course. It's basically looking at the anatomy of the internal organs and the viscera. What is it? The internal organs are the viscera. The neural part of it is looking at the brain and neuroanatomy and all the parts of the brain and how that works, which should be interesting. I really actually quite enjoyed neuroscience when I did it. Yeah, I'm excited to get back and do that course, kind of ish. I'm also a little bit scared because I'm pretty bad at remembering anatomy things, but you know, tis what tis. I also, Claire, creative writing bestie, she's definitely watching this, so hi, breaking the fourth wall. Yeah, she introduced me to Depop and I have a lot of packages coming. That's just all I'll say about that. So probably gonna do a little bit of a clothing haul in this video as well. Do I want lashes? I feel like I do. I think I do. My rising sign is a Scorpio and apparently Scorpios have very like intense eyes, so I like highlighting that. And I've also had a couple of compliments when I wear big eyelashes, when I like make my eyes the main focus, so I'm like, do I, you know? If you guys were curious, speaking of astrology and star signs and things, I'm a Pisces. I recently got like a reading done that tells me about all my placements and how that like affects my life and things, and I don't really understand most of it. She like typed it up for me and I'm like, that's a lot of big words that I don't know the meaning of. I'm trying to figure that out, but I'm a Pisces is my sun sign. My rising is Scorpio and my moon is Libra. If any of you are astrology girlies and want to psychoanalyze me in the comments, feel free. But I feel like I'm living out my beauty guru dreams right now. Does it look okay? I feel like we're gonna roll with it. Welcome back. Oh, I looked a lot hotter down there. Cannot write with these on. I've only just recently started wearing rings. I was never like a ring wearer because I've got really big fingers. I've only just recently started wearing them and they're really pretty, but they're so inconvenient. Anyway, book closest to 300 pages. I feel like that's a cute little interactive sort of one, kind of. Like I've got to pick up heaps of books off my shelves. Then we've got random color generator. An Australian author. I don't think I have this one. I have a book set in Australia, but not an Australian author in specific. I am a little bit in the mood for one of Gianna Darling's books at the moment though, so maybe I put a prompt in for motorcycle romance. Let's do it. I've got like mafia in there. What's a motorcycle romance between friends, you know? That's 6 new prompts, which I'm gonna cut up and put in the jar. I feel like that's enough to keep it a little bit spicier this month. I am going to go now film my August TBR jar video. That'll already be live if you want to go and watch it. Or maybe if you don't want to go and watch it, you want to finish watching this one and then go and watch it. I finished filming like 2 hours ago. It's fine though. I've been productive in the time that I've been away. I don't know. That had my nose just scrunched up like that. This is my 6 out of the 8 books from my TBR. Maybe I'll edit in the extra 2 if I'm feeling fancy. I'm really genuinely so happy with this TBR. Anyway, while I waited for my camera to charge, I finished editing my physical TBR video. That's currently actually uploading, which is a record for me. I am usually still editing my videos come Friday night for a Saturday morning upload, which is quite stressful because I usually have to get up very early on Saturday, which means I need to go to bed very early on Friday. And my thumbnail for that video as well. I use Procreate for anyone who's curious. I really do need to get some lectures done. I literally only have the one course this semester, which is hectic, and then I'm done. And I am gonna have a crisis about it in like approximately 12 weeks. I don't want to graduate. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be an adult. If you're watching this, by the way, and you're like about to go to university and you're like contemplating about getting an iPad, or like if you should just get a computer, or what the route to go down would be, I would 100% recommend just getting a laptop. If you need to annotate, if you need to draw on something, a laptop with a trackpad is fine. Like, it gets the job done. Literally just click on a pen brush in Word or in PowerPoint and it's perfectly fine. You can also, if you want to annotate something in like great detail, just print it out. I don't think an iPad is necessary at all. I was like convinced that it was going to be revolutionary when I started uni. I was like convinced that an iPad was going to make uni so much easier for me, but it really hasn't. But yeah, I don't know what this little study excerpt is. We're spending a week together, so we're going to spend a week together. I just stopped filming so that I could actually focus on the lecture, but I've just learned something. So I have really bad TMD, so my temporomandibular joint is deteriorating because my masseter and my temporalis muscles are too strong and I clench my teeth really bad at night. But I've just learnt that the muscles of mastication attached to the sphenoid bone, which has certain like bony processes that form part of the orbital socket, which is probably why when I get headaches from clenching my jaw and from my TMD, that's probably why I get headaches behind my eyes. Thanks, anatomy. So I figured we could do a little update right here because I'm having the time of my life right now. I finished The Only Exception to the Rule by Christine Lauren. I finished that last night and it was actually pretty good. I think I ended up rating it like a 4-star and I changed the Abby Jimenez one to a 3.5. I would honestly read a whole book about Tara and Callum. I thought Callum was so hot, I'm not even gonna lie. I really enjoyed their story. I liked the way that it sort of unraveled towards the end. I really enjoyed that unfolding. Yeah, it was honestly pretty solid and I think I'm happy to say that I'm out of my book slump. Which is incredible. I feel like I've been in a book slump for months at this point, so it's really nice to actually want to read again. I honestly think that is the way that I get out of my book slumps, is by reading like heaps of little novellas and finding reading easy and fun again. You may have seen that I've started Where We Started by Ashley, oh, my Kindle's restarting, by Ashley Munoz, and it's so good so far. Like genuinely so good so far. I'm really enjoying the atmosphere of it. The kind of plot so far is that we have a daughter of like a motorcycle president, that's the word, motorcycle president, and the president has just recently died and the daughter has kind of distanced herself from the club for the past 8-9 years, I think. But because the president's died, she's had to come back and organize his funeral, and like she's still keeping everything very on the down low, but she's back in town. She basically gets approached by his lawyer and like she has to deal with the will and like the delegation of all of his assets and things. So she goes to this lawyer's office and none other than her ex, who, this is a second chance romance, who so far we know they met when they were like 9, like in his treehouse or whatever, and it was really cute. Now they've kind of been forced to come back into contact and she has actually been left the motorcycle club's clubhouse, which is interesting because she's very tempted to just like rip it out from underneath them, but she also has enough like smarts about her and enough knowledge of how this kind of works to know that she like probably shouldn't do that. And we've also got a bit of subplot happening with like a rival gang coming into town, and like she thinks that they've made a truce but they haven't. I just found out about that. That was tea. So far really enjoying it. My Kindle It's almost done updating, I think. I'm about 10% in. I think I've read like 3 chapters or something. Really enjoying it. It's definitely giving me similar vibes to Rewrite Our Story by Kat Singleton, but like also not in the slightest. Rewrite Our Story is like a small town, second chance cowboy romance. This one's still small town, still second chance, but just like, I think just the enjoyment for the story is giving me similar vibes, and it's also like dual timeline, which is fun. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go back inside now. We lost our passports. They're somewhere in the house, but we can't find them, so I need to help mum try and look for them. So that's gonna be next on the agenda. I finished all my lectures earlier though, and I did like all of the little like knowledge checkers, which I'm very pleased to have out of my conscience. However, the anxiety for tomorrow is starting to creep up because I don't know anyone in the class, and we also have to work in groups. My anxiety does enjoy the fact that they're pre-allocated groups, so I don't need to be an extrovert particularly much. Like, I don't need to introduce well, I do need to introduce myself to people, but I don't need to try and go out of my way to form a group, you know? But I'm still really anxious about it, so we'll see how we go. I do just want to say I have swimmers on. I'm not out here, okay? My camera just balancing there is giving me so much anxiety, but it's time to feel like a professional again. I don't think I've put my lab coat on in like over a year probably. The way that I don't want anything to do with this profession, but I love wearing the lab coat. It makes me feel so powerful, and I have my little like ID thing. So fancy. Yeah, this is also the fit for today. Very basic, but what can you do? You know, I want to be comfortable because anxiety is spiraling at the minute. But yeah, that's sort of all I have to say. I've not read any more of my book. I need to be in like such a specific relaxed mood to read, and it's just like, and it's just so annoying because I never am, but I like to call this angle phone cam, and I didn't bring a tripod. I made it to uni. I forgot how awful the parks here are. I've been so used to parking in lovely wide open car parks, but they're really skinny here. And it's really awful to park in. But I'm so freaking early as well because last semester, Thursdays, you were like hunting for an hour and a half to try and score a car park. And even then, you'd only get one if you're lucky. So I'm here, I've parked in my safety car park. I'm really early. I'm starting to dissociate a little bit. Actually, that started this morning. Logically, I know I'll be fine, but I feel like my body just goes into fight or flight response. And speaking of headaches, speaking of anatomy, remember what I said 2 days ago about my jaw giving me headaches? Yeah, we also couldn't find our passports yesterday, so we've got to order new ones. We literally tore the house and both cars to shreds, and we can't find them. So, new passport time. But tonight, my parents and I are going to that like green energy tour in the city. And then tomorrow, getting passport photos taken, and then creative writing bestie Claire and I are gonna hopefully go for a swim or maybe a walk and a hot chocolate. But yeah, I'm just anxious and I'm rambling, and I'm on the wrong side of campus, so I should probably get walking. You guys, it's literally winter. Why am I breathing so hard? I love walking back across campus with what is essentially a biohazard bag. Here's some hand sanitizer. My lab went really well though. One of the tutors is potentially a little bit hot, which I don't need this after I literally just finished reading a university romance between a tutor and a student. I don't need it. Yeah, otherwise it went really well. I've got this like red mark from my safety glasses, but time to go home. Time to turn the aircon up. Probably complete a new passport application. This way. Back in the day.
Leaning into this energy transfer graph was before the IRA or about 3.
Guess who has to go for passport photos this morning? It's gonna be so cold. Not the terrible lighting. I don't know if I met it Claire earlier, but I'm gonna go kidnap Claire and we're gonna go for a swim at the baths. Currently winter here in Australia, by the way. I think it's probably about 22 degrees. So gonna be a bit of a chilly one, but should be fun. We're gonna get hot chocolates afterwards as well, which is so fun. Me debuting public vlogging. I'm so anxious right now. Oh my god. I don't feel secure, but we're gonna do it. How cute.
Like very similar energy to, you know how
You be in it? It is way too early. I don't want to go to work. Is this like the third time I'm filming down here doing my makeup? When was the last time I spoke to you? Thursday? I suppose I have a lot to catch you up on. So I'm done with work for the weekend, thank God. I worked 3.5 hours yesterday, which is a little baby shift, and then I worked 5 hours today, which is another little baby shift. Today was really hectic and I am so tired, but we got to get energized for the hockey. I went up to visit my pop yesterday after work. That's where the scones came from, and the wood fireplace. I really wish we had a wood fireplace, but alas we don't. And then Thursday night with the renewables talk, that was actually really interesting. I sort of already knew everything, but I did also take a lot away from it. Like, he was sort of trying to drive the point home that yes, industry is a problem with the like carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and like pollution and climate change and all of that. They definitely do still contribute like 50-something%, but the household at the same time, we've also got some stuff to do as well. And for the meantime, the household has to be the one that, the like community and the households have to be the one to make the change, so that it like gives industry and like big infrastructure time to develop ways of being a little bit more like renewable energy friendly. So I thought that was really interesting, because a lot of arguments that you see just online and in general are like putting all the blame on big industry. And I mean, it does like take some of the blame, but at the same time, anyway, I thought that was really interesting. I love a Toyota. Okay, I drive a Toyota. I love Toyotas. I think they're so reliable. I think they deserve the reputation they have. So most car companies have pledged a date to stop manufacturing combustion engines or like petrol engines, but Toyota haven't. And I'm really disappointed with that. I'm giving them a hard side eye. So hopefully they redeem themselves on that front sometime soon, because right now I'm not feeling it. What else has been happening? What did I even do on Friday? Oh, Claire and I went for a swim at the bars, which was really fun. It was surprisingly not as cold as we thought it was gonna be. Now, catching you up to speed on everything, I'm getting ready for the hockey. I'm gonna try my best to do some vlogging for you guys, but the social anxiety might make it a little bit hard. Yeah, I think I've sort of caught you guys up to speed on everything. Have I? I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't think I am. It feels like I did a lot, but like telling you it back, it doesn't feel like I've done much at all. Oh, my depop things, that's what I was forgetting about that I wanted to talk to you about. I'm doing my makeup, so I can't show you them right now, but I'll show you them after I'm finished. I'm gonna be wearing a new pair of my sneakers. After we got home from my grandpa's yesterday, I spent like an hour cleaning up 2 pairs of sneakers, because I love a sneaker. And I'm gonna wear one pair today, hopefully, if they're dry. So excited, they're gonna be so cute. I really wish I had a claw clip to match the color, because they're a little bit of a fun color, but I don't. So I'm still reading Where We Started by Ashley Munoz, and I think I'm about 25% in now. I was 10% at the last update that I gave you, but I'm still really enjoying it. I'm so tempted. Literally the whole reason I got a Kindle was to not buy paperbacks, but I'm so tempted to buy the paperback because the discreet covers are gorgeous. Like, I'm trying to hold off until I at least finish the first book before I buy the series, because I don't want to like get halfway through the first book and be like, oh, this is actually not that great. So I'd like to finish the first one before I invest. But it's so hard not to pull the trigger. Oh my god, I want them so bad. Callie, who is our heroine, has gone back home and she's like mulled over what the hell she's gonna do, because she's inherited this clubhouse. Her and her friend Laura, I want to say, came up with this idea to like go back into town and just like, actually they didn't come up with an idea, they're just gonna go back to the town and suss out what they want to do. Wes has put like a town-wide ban on hotels and hostels and things for them. Hotels and motels for them. So that's a bit of a dick move. So she goes to the clubhouse where Wes is and she bashes down the door basically. No, not really. But she like barges in and she's like, you better lift this ban that you've got going on right now because it's stupid. And yeah, there's some delicious tension. It's kind of funny, the rest of the club is like still big fans of her and still like really likes her because that's their old like president's daughter, like they raised her. So it was really funny seeing like all of them turn their backs on Wes almost and sort of be like, come on Wes, lighten up. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a little bit different to what I usually read. It's sort of giving what I wanted the Fallen Men series to give. Not that I didn't like that series, I've only read a book and a half out of it. It's sort of giving what I thought that was gonna serve, which is really nice and I'm really enjoying it. Quickest fit check to ever fit check. Come on, Mitt, zoom, come on. Okay, this is from Depop, shoes from Depop. Feeling very 80s tonight, but it's a vibe. I'm so excited. I don't know what to say.
You're running the ship.
This is creative writing bestie.
Hi. Hi vlog.
From my spend the week with me vlog last time. It went so well and I met two new people and they're absolutely lovely. And one of the girls I met has read Icebreaker. I'm looking forward to next week. Oh my god, I'm very happy.
We're at the hockey.
Take it over, please. Take it over, do it all.
We're watching Newcastle North Stars versus Central Coast Rhinos.
Period.
We haven't seen the Rhinos play yet.
No.
We're excited to see if there's anyone hot.
Yeah, that's basically what we're here.
Primary.
Did you find out the rules on Tuesday?
I tried to keep up with that conversation. My best friend's dad, upon us getting into hockey, I've been friends with her since year 7. So I'm 24. Just realized that he was a massive fan of hockey and we were caught in the car. He was trapped with me for a 2-hour drive and I tried to get him to explain the rules.
Did he?
I think he got sick of me. No. He went through like a little bit and then he got to a point where he was sort of just like, that's it. Where I was asking, because his favourite team is the Oilers. Mm-hmm. Don't ask me where they're from.
Edmonton.
Yeah.
We figured that out last time.
Canada. Because they're Canadian, because he was just like, I want to go for a Canadian team because it's a Canadian sport. And I was sort of like, what got you into hockey? Fully having a journalistic moment. I was like, what got you into it?
Please debrief.
And he is like not a talker, as all best friends' dads are.
Yeah.
And he was just like, discovered it as a child. And I was like, family or just, and he was like, no.
Just saw a game.
But he was so dedicated, he used to listen to it on the radio.
To be fair, if I catch a non-televised game in the car, I will listen to it.
Period.
Of NRL.
My ADHD won't allow that.
I can't keep up with what's happening.
I have to see it. And I have to be connected to the players.
Yeah, I only care if it's the
Meaning
Knights.
if
I only care if it's
hot.
the Knights. Did you see the Broncos got beat by the Bulldogs?
Ew.
It was like 41-12 or something.
After we just got so viciously wrecked by the Broncos.
Yeah.
I know nothing about the Bulldogs.
I know Stephen Crichton plays for them. And that's it.
Is that the one with no finger? Which one's that one?
What one has no finger?
That Olympic hockey player that he broke his finger like last week, and they said, oh, it's going to take like 6 months all up for surgery, like realignment.
Don't
and
he's got to amputate
and
him.
he went, cut it off, I'm in the Olympics.
I've not heard anything about that. What the hell?
Yeah, Matt
with no finger.
Yeah, it's his ring finger, I'm pretty sure, and it's like there. It's like, and that's an Olympics law. I was like looking, because we were watching the hockey, we were going to watch
the field hockey, yeah,
the land hockey the other night, and I was like just looking it up because I was like, I need to know a rule if we're going to be watching this. And then it was the only rule that came up was that he had cut his finger off.
And that's a law now. It's been precedented.
And that's the law that I care about. It's the Matt law.
Anyone who breaks their finger on the field.
Yeah, and he said, cut it off. I'm going to Paris.
Crazy.
I'm going to Paris. Don't play around.
I love the dedication though.
Yeah, well, it's like one of the footballers.
I don't know who you're talking about.
One of the footballers has like only half a finger because he did the same thing because it just kept getting repeatedly broken over and over again.
I mean, I respect it.
And that's on hustle.
That's dedication.
That's on hustle. Well, it was just getting to a point where like they're like, this is getting mangled.
It just got so mangled, yeah.
Hey, football has no fingers, hockey has no teeth. And that's
what do footballers actually not have? Noses?
from from lines in the
I meant from getting broken, but sure.
I mean, a crooked nose isn't the worst thing.
Not the worst thing in the world. Better than no teeth.
That's a point that I brought up to Owen, my friend's dad. And I went, we need to talk about this. We need to talk about this. Because this is a nightmare for me.
They can get implants. And like the little...
Yeah, but like imagine like...
popping that out.
We're going to bed, it's a domestic setting. It's a nice little night in, and then you pop a tooth out before you... Not to just completely ruin any hockey romance.
We're so sorry.
But it's the things that I'm thinking about. It's important to me.
We're just pretending that all of them have teeth. A full set of teeth.
Yeah.
Never had any knocked out.
Yeah. And if they are, at the back.
The puck got in their mouth, actually.
It went all the way to the back.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to my toothless gang.
Period.
You guys are doing the Lord's work.
We love you guys.
Any hockey player is doing the Lord's work. Also, if anyone has any tips on getting into women's hockey, please hit us up.
We don't have a team, do we?
I don't think so.
I think it's only in the US and Canada.
And drop your favorite team.
Period.
If you have any allegiances, we need to check. We're trying to get into
NHL.
Yeah, any tips and tricks would be deeply appreciated.
Greatly appreciated. We're gonna go in now.
Yeah.
So we'll catch up to you in a second, and I'll see if I can take any video inside without shooting my fans.
I'll make you.
We won!
2-0.
3-0.
3-0.
They got a goal in the third period.
Yeah, it was like 4 minutes before the end.
Such a slay.
I'm trying to think of highlights.
The fight?
Another man went arse
Over the boards?
Highlight.
I really wish I got the fight on camera.
Yeah.
I only got 5 guys coming out of the penalty box.
Which, like, we were talking about it earlier on our drive, and it was that this one was a lot cleaner.
Yeah, not as scrappy.
For some reason.
Sadly, not as scrappy.
Not as many fights.
A lot of people did get decked.
That's what I'm, like, the one big brawl did end up in, like, everyone being in the penalty box.
What even happened? What sparked that? I thought it was someone going for the goalie, but...
I thought so too.
It was good anyway.
It was very good.
So good. And I accomplished my mission.
The goals
got my hat.
were achieved.
We met the Moose.
Marty Moose.
Met Marty Moose, the mascot.
We're best friends with Marty Moose.
Absolutely. We're going to set Claire up with him. She's going to become Mrs. Meese, actually, officially.
Yep. I'm going to be the secondary mascot for the Newcastle North Stars. And also, what was his name?
The goalie.
Charlie Smart.
Charlie, if you're watching.
If anyone has Charlie Smart's number,
hook her up.
Please. That man's hot and talented.
So talented. Saved all the what are they called? Goals?
We know the sport. We know the sport.
Power plays, interferences, hooking,
slashing.
We're
learning all of the rules.
The terminology.
Offside. There are a lot of offside calls.
How do you determine what's offside?
That we're still yet to determine.
We'll get it by the third game.
We're getting the majority of the rules down though. Well,
I could not tell you what's happening.
They help all of the girlies out by flashing them up on
really
the big screen. And they have like the little definition next to it.
Yeah.
And I really, really appreciate that.
Thank you, Newcastle North Stars.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Helping the girls out. You're a real one.
We love learning. We're there to learn and to get a face reveal on Mighty the Moose. Please. Most charismatic person I think to ever exist.
Absolutely. Is a gentleman. Kissed you on the hand.
Yeah, and that's
that's all you can ask for.
And those are all my standards ticked.
Tall.
Yep, tall.
Can probably skate.
Yeah. Has a uniform.
Get Moose on the back.
Get Moose on the back.
Marty on the back.
Yeah.
He'd love that.
He scares me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot. It's a big thing that Charlie Smart is the least intimidating out of the two, because it's a giant moose coming at you.
Moose are horrifying.
Yeah, I don't know, because we've never been to any other games that aren't Newcastle games.
No.
I don't know if hockey itself is just really brutal in terms of
It
heckling.
is. Oh, heckling, true.
Because we have an absolute king who's also
Absolute unit.
menace of the millennium.
Such a legend.
Who has a chant locked and loaded
My
for every single opposing
Favourite
character.
is Danger Danger.
Oh yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Or you.
Oh my god.
But like he's really cutthroat to the other team.
He really is.
Specifically the other team's goalies.
If you're a goaltender, tend the goal.
There were a lot more kids
Mm-hmm.
at this game, and he had
kept
every
it PG.
single child
Oh my
on
God.
his side, and it was really frightening actually.
It was great.
Yeah, but like if I had a fucking squadron of children screaming at me, screaming insults at me.
Be horrifying. Yeah, I'm not coming back actually. I'm staying in the dressing room.
Yeah. I'm lying, spread eagle on the ice. I'm just waiting for someone to run me down.
The Zamboni comes over.
Oh, please. That's
brain
another
on the
main
back.
character that I want to get to know is the old
Zamboni
man
dude.
who drives the Zamboni.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't necessarily class as a main character, but our favourite side character, the men that sit in the penalty boxes
The
and
babysitters
look
in the
after
penalty
them.
boxes.
Because I love them so much.
They've got a job.
Yeah,
And they know
they've
how to do
got
it
a big
well.
one because
Well,
there was a revolving cast of people in those boxes tonight.
Miss Ma'am got a penalty already in the penalty box though, in that third period.
Jeremy got
Oh, not the hot
a
one.
double, the hot one who Sophia pointed out
Not
right at
the
the start
hot
and said he's hot. First of all, is on the enemy side, so that was a bold statement to make out loud.
Then we found out he was blonde.
Genetically blonde, yeah, that was a really big hit.
Devastating.
But then he got put in the penalty box, and then they added another 2 minutes while he was in there because they realized that he
Done something. I don't even know what he did. I thought he did something from the penalty box.
I think he was in there for roughing, and then I think they put him in there for slashing as well. I think that was the breakdown of
We
his
love
penalty.
a rebel.
Our old mate who we adored last game, who was a real shitterer, was on his best behaviour tonight.
He really
which
was.
good for him
Disappointing for us.
because he did set up a few
He
of
was
the
gone
goals.
off. He kept, I don't know any of the terminology. Slapping. The puck?
Go for it. Say with your chest.
I don't know what's that one does.
He kept slapping the puck.
Yeah, really hard.
He was doing a lot of intercept. He was doing a lot of
He
intercept and he was doing a lot
was.
of hard hits. Oh, that's another thing. Did you put it in the back? Two like incredible women made little printouts, and it has like all of the merch in there, obviously, because we're a capitalist
And the
society.
list,
But we
because
all,
that's important.
and that's Ethan.
Oh my god.
Ethan reveal.
Who was he?
That was Bolger. Who,
Bolger.
Was the first one that our old
Our
mate
chant dude.
made a
picked on.
chant for because Bolger. What did he say? Is that a Bolger or are you just pleased to see me?
Something like that.
He was on the ice for about 5 seconds.
Oh, we also figured out with the team colours because the rhinos look like an off-brand Seattle Kraken.
Yeah.
And the Newcastle North Stars in their red and black tonight look like
The Jersey
the
Devils.
away jersey of the New Jersey Devils. So we had the IGA brand.
Is that the that's the Hughes brothers.
She knows.
Thank you so much.
She's so smart.
The really hot
shit
one
girl.
that starts a lot of fights.
Yeah.
He's all over my TikTok For You page. I only, and Sophia knows this because I send them to her all the time because you got me onto
Hockey talk.
hockey. She sent me all the Hughes brothers. And then immediately my TikTok For You's page went, this isn't for you. We're sending you all of the fights.
As it should.
Which is, they're so real for
As
that.
it should. I'm so glad I've finally gotten off Jackie's TikTok. And maybe that's controversial. He looks about 12
Yeah.
with no teeth. Man's lost his tooth. His tooth.
You didn't have to go for him that hard.
Listen, I'm sure he's fine. He's doing just fine.
He's probably, yeah.
doing
He's
fine.
all the girls are thirsting
He
after
is
that
doing
man.
just fine.
The amount of edits. Insane.
Get me back on Matt Rampy TikTok.
No, he's really hot.
And tall, like 6'7" or something.
Oh yeah, he's like Hosier height.
He's the tall one.
Mhm.
Plus skates.
Well, that's what, when they were all skating past, a lot of tall men in the Newcastle North Stars.
Are they in the finals now?
Yeah, aren't they 4-time,
6 times.
6-time?
Looking at the good old cup badass.
Would love to be going to the Mustangs game. If anyone has tickets
or season tickets.
Oh,
and
does anyone know how to get season tickets? We
very niche question.
This is to all of the Newcastle
Girlies.
hockey fans who know the ins and outs of Newcastle North Star admin.
Please get us season tickets or
I
tell
would
us how
love to have season tickets.
I think someone we were sitting near had them because I overheard he like bought his friend or something. I don't know.
Oh, we should have got right on that.
Should have become besties with him.
Networking event.
Or hook you up with Charlie. Tickets.
Once again,
free tickets.
a big call out if anyone knows Charlie Smart.
Imagine someone does.
Please don't.
Don't.
Please don't.
Actually,
It's
don't.
all
We
in
take
good
everything
fun.
back.
It's all in good fun.
We're actually big Marty Moose fans.
Tell him I have a lot of respect for him as an athlete, because that's the thing about, like, we're only talking about the men and it sounds very vapid, but like the first game that we went to, we were like, this is crazy.
Oh yeah.
I didn't grow up in a sport household. Watching hockey blew my mind.
So brutal. And on skates of all things, on ice, getting slammed into the ice.
It's insane. Was I disappointed that there wasn't more fights?
We had a fight between all of them.
It's not enough.
We need more.
Really? Yeah.
We need to start watching the NHL.
Comment your team.
Once again, this is a call out. Who do you
Comment your
support?
team down below. Get us on, put us onto, because like I could do the research on who the really hot players are and who the best teams are.
I feel like TikTok's already done that for us.
Because we know the Oilers. Someone was in an Oilers jersey.
And a Canucks jersey.
I don't know who that is.
I can't tell you where they're from. It's the killer whale, the orca.
And people are having a really great time with their hockey teams.
We need to get on that.
I love an orca. That's another issue I had with Newcastle North Star's branding.
Give us a big star.
The name is the greatest hockey team name of all time.
Absolutely.
I want a castle and I want a star.
Please.
I want a star. That's like front and center. I'm just
They
a
just
girl
give
at the
us
end
a
of the
star
day.
overlooking the port.
A lighthouse and a star?
We don't have a lighthouse.
We don't?
No.
In Newcastle?
I don't think so. There might be a small one at Fort Scratchley.
We've got a shipwreck, which is on our list of
We do have
things
a
to do.
shipwreck.
We take the vlog to the shipwreck.
Period. It's supposed to be really gross weather next week though. Like 17 and windy and rainy.
I've got a million uni things to do next week.
And a movie to go see.
We're seeing Wolverine and
I've
Deadpool
been
versus
watching
Wolverine.
all of the like marketing interviews for that. They're actually really good.
Yeah.
Chemistry kind of goes off.
I watched the chicken shop date. I love Mr.
Amazing.
Mortenberg. Everything I want to be.
The Hot Ones one was pretty good as well. So fun. So fun.
We had a good time. We're very tired.
We're so
Spent
ready.
the entire time screaming.
So ready and chanting. And
Yeah. It takes a lot to hear the chants.
Yeah.
And then to repeat them.
I don't think we could decipher a lot of them at the first game. We're doing well. We're learning.
We are learning. And also shout out to all of the canteen girls because they're the most
Period.
beautiful women I've
Absolutely.
ever seen in my life.
And the girl in the freaking merch shop.
Oh, yeah.
Gorgeous.
Oh,
Stunning.
in a suit?
Mm-hmm.
You have to be extremely hot to step into Newcastle skating rink. You have to be at
And we
least a
stepped
9
in
out of
today,
10.
So we're hot.
I'll take that logic. I'll ride through that with that logic.
That logic works. It checks out.
The rhinos are really good sports. They were really good sports.
They really
were
were.
like doing like the little waves
The guy-
when people were screaming at them.
The guy at the end after the North Stars did their lap and he came out and just like waved at.
And I'm 3/4 of the way through currently reading the score. So
Period.
I'm knee deep in this.
Knee deep.
Yeah.
Knee deep.
Ovaries deep. That was a statement that she used, that Ali used in that book.
Oh, period.
Yeah, I just read that. Ovaries deep. Period. Thank you for having me, vlog.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for carrying the conversation.
My pleasure.
This has been Claire.
Goodbye.
I'll see you tomorrow probably.
Welcome to the feeling of time travel. We went to the hockey a week and a half ago. I was editing this video. I edited the majority of it and I realized that I didn't have an outro clip, and I also left you guys with a lot of plot holes, a lot of things missing, a lot of promises that I didn't keep. So we're going to be doing a depop haul. We're also going to talk about my septoplasty in this clip, and then I'm going to bid you farewell. I think we should start with the depop haul because that's like the most exciting bit, a little clothes haul. First first thing is this jacket. I love this jacket so much. This is my new favorite jacket. I think it's like authentic vintage. It's from Sports Center. I just love it so much. It's actually surprisingly warm, and it also has some like weather beater material on the outside, but I just love it. I love it so much. I love it with a pair of jeans. The next piece of clothing that I have, where am I gonna go, is these aviators that I acquired just the other day. These are Ray-Ban aviators. I don't know anything more about them other than the fact that I got them for a good price, and they're still in really good nick. I feel like an aviator suits my face okay. I don't mind the shape of the glasses, so I don't know, I feel like it'd be fun like during a beach day when my hair is big and curly. Maybe not right now, but I think they're still cute, and I wanted a new pair of glasses because my dad stole my other pair of glasses. So now we're gonna shift. Should we do clothes or sneakers first? Because I bought a lot of both. I think we're going to do clothes first because they're right here. So continuing with the sort of vaguely vintage style, we have something that's not vintage at all. We have a Gander jumper. If you guys are regular watchers of my channel, and especially my vlogs, because I don't get dressed up for them, I literally live in my purple Gander quarter zip and my like grey and blue ocean state quarter zip, which is right here. I live in those. They're my favorite. They're so comfy. So we got this one as well. She's cute. She's kind of giving like 90s, 80s, 90s gym teacher vibe, and I kind of love it. I've been prepping for summer because I'm so excited for summer. Pull it up. We have this like maxi dress. Looks so blue on camera. I suppose it is that blue, but she's really cute. She's just from Ali, and I don't know, a little sundress moment. She's very bright. She's a little bit too bright, a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I'm looking to expand my comfort zone, push my boundaries. So she's cute. I picked up this like white denim ASOS dress. I would like it to be a little bit more snug on the waist, but she's still cute. We literally still have the tags attached. And yeah, I don't know where I would wear this, but I'm enjoying having it in my wardrobe. I feel like you could dress it up or down. We really have to wait for summer to see how I'm gonna wear all of these clothes. The next item is potentially the one that I love the most, not including sneakers, because those are the things that I love the most. But we have this really cute little dress from Cotton On, which is from Depop, but it's originally from Cotton On. She's so freaking cute, just like with a cute sneaker. Stop it right now. I feel like I said earlier in this video that I love a sneaker, and I love a sneaker. I'm gonna start with these Adidas Forums. These are in the like forest green color. I have like thoroughly cleaned all of these shoes, by the way, so I feel okay touching them everywhere. We have the Adidas Forums. They sort of remind me of my New Balance 550s, and they are my favorite shoe that I own. They're so comfy. They took a while to break in, but I love them now, so I'm happy to have these. Claire said that they remind her of like a Steve Harrington shoe from Stranger Things, like with the white and then the big Velcro straps. So I'm here for that. I love that. I'll take that comparison. Then the second shoe that I have, which I feel like will go great with this dress, maybe. Anyway, the next pair of shoes that I picked up are these yellow Adidas Gazelles. They look pretty beat up. I got them into very good condition, and then I wore them to the hockey, and now they're just a bit beat up looking. I also wore them to uni today as well, but I need to figure out how to clean suede, because I've never had suede on a shoe, on a jacket, on anything, and I don't know how to take care of it. So if you've got any tips for me, please comment them down below. I've like had a brief look at some cleaners, but I don't really know what to do. But these are very cute. I feel like they're very much giving like summer. I'm genuinely obsessed with these. My third and final sneaker are these New Balance 530s. I used to be a hater of the dad sneaker, but seeing these in person and wearing these and getting to style these very briefly, I only got them yesterday. I love them. I love them. I'm so here for the dad fit as long as I can pull it off. I think they're so cute. I also did a little workout this morning, and they're pretty comfortable as well. So say what you will about me, I love a dad sneaker. I think New Balance is probably my favorite brand because I own 3 pairs of their shoes and all of them are phenomenal. Now we need to talk about my septoplasty, because I can't be leaving you guys in the dark after I promised it so early in the video. So I got a septoplasty and a turbinate reduction on both sides because I suffer really bad with TMD, which I mentioned earlier in the video, temporomandibular disorder, and it's essentially when you just clench your teeth really hard. I clench, I don't grind, but I clench really bad. I've cracked a tooth. I had a CT scan and they saw that my like temporomandibular joint is beginning to like get really damaged. There's a word for it. Deteriorate, that's the word. It's beginning to deteriorate, so I really need to be on the grind to manage that. I've had Botox in my masseter and temporalis before. I've had that twice. Probably gonna need it a third time, but the main purpose of getting a septoplasty and a turbinate reduction was to help me breathe better at night. I'm editing right now and I realize I don't think I explained that particularly well. So the whole reason I got a septoplasty and my turbinates reduced is to improve my breathing, to hopefully fix my TMD, to hopefully aid it, to hopefully relieve it somewhat, because at night I was not getting enough oxygen, which was putting a lot of stress on my body. And say it with me everybody, a stress response is to clench your teeth. So I learnt from the dentist who does my Botox injections. He specializes in TMD, has a lot of specialized practices at his clinic. I learnt that when you're not getting enough oxygen at night, subconsciously your body will clench your teeth to open your airways. There's like a mechanism that when you clench and grind your teeth, your airways open. However, because mine was like a more physical obstruction with my deviated septum and my overgrown turbinates, that like mechanical reaction wasn't shifting anything. So we believe that is why I've been clenching and grinding, and so far that seems to be holding up, because as I've been getting better oxygen at night after my surgery, my clenching does seem to lessen a little bit. It's still there, I think, habitually, and I'm probably never going to get rid of it fully. But yeah, that's kind of the whole mechanism and why I got the septoplasty, to help my TMD. It's not going to help everybody, but we think it's helped me. I think it's helped me, because I would find myself waking up not refreshed whatsoever. When I wake up, and I do wear a splint by the way in my mouth when I sleep to protect my teeth, when I was waking up I would have to like unstick my jaw from each other because they've been clenched together so tight. And like the first time every morning opening my mouth, I could just hear everything crackling and popping, and just like not a very pleasant experience. So in a feat to kind of fix my breathing and calm that whole thing down a little bit, we first got Botox, but that's extremely expensive. I don't know the measurements of Botox, but I'm getting a full syringe 4 times, so that's really expensive. 2 rounds of Botox cost basically the same as the surgery, which is hectic. I keep thinking of things to add as I'm like editing and watching this, but I just want to say septoplasty and turbinate reduction was not our first protocol. I've been dealing with this thing for like 4 to 5 years now. Obviously we've taken other steps. We've done the splint, we've done Botox, I go to the chiropractor, I get my jaw released, I've tried physio, I've tried osteo, I've tried a lot of things. So the septoplasty is not the first cab off the rank by any means. I want to make that clear. But yeah, we'd already exhausted a lot of options. I'm still doing a lot of proactive things for it, I guess. Preventative, even though it started deteriorating already. But yeah, don't jump into surgery if you don't need it. Because my septum was deviated, it was deviated to the right, and then I also had quite overgrown turbinates. So I was a good candidate for surgery. My doctor was very happy to operate. He could obviously see that there was a problem there. My breathing was quite obstructed. I had the surgery. Recovery was honestly okay. I don't think I would have been alright to go back to work for the first 3 weeks, but recovery otherwise was generally okay. I did feel like a little bit dizzy, just like very low energy, and then like having to flush it every 2 hours with like saline solution. It's a special like post-operative solution that I'm still doing, and yeah, that's sort of all how it's going. I had a post-week checkup at 2 weeks and my ENT was pretty happy with it. So my right nostril was the one that was mostly blocked, that I couldn't breathe through. I had okay airflow through my left nostril, but it still wasn't great. However, about 3 weeks ago, my right nostril, fantastic, no problem. My left one has sort of closed up a little bit again. It is par for the course that the turbinates are going to intermittently like swell up and down and whatever for I think about 6 months after surgery, as I sort of figure out what's happening and like why you've chopped off half of them. I've made an appointment to go see my ENT next Wednesday to, I guess, just get some reassurance. I could potentially have a little bit of infection in there, but like there's no redness, there's no pain, it's just purely swelling, I think. But that's currently where I'm at. I will say generally my breathing has improved tenfold. Like the airflow that I'm getting through my right nostril is insane. Like you guys breathe like that normally. I was missing out a lot. And in terms of my breathing at night when I'm asleep has been a lot better. I've not woken up once in the past 6-7 weeks gasping for breath or like being unable to breathe through my nose, because that's one thing. Wearing the splint in my mouth, it makes it really, really difficult for me to mouth breathe. So obviously I need to try and breathe through my nose, and that's been really, really good. I'm so happy with that. I've definitely been sleeping better, just generally waking up more refreshed and not being as fatigued throughout the day and feeling like I can focus more readily, which is very, very nice. I think that's sort of caught you up to speed on my septoplasty and like why I had it done. Also, this morning finished Where We Started by Ashley Munoz. That's how long it's been since I started reading that book in this video, but I really loved it. 4.5 star. I'm gonna buy the physicals because I foresee myself absolutely adoring this series. I love the first book so much. The second one I have such high hopes for, so I think I'm gonna pull the trigger. I'm gonna hopefully do like a reading wrap up soon, so I'll give you my full thoughts then. But I love this book so much, so much. Gave me everything, gave me all the tension, all the like slow burn, surprisingly, gave me some spice, gave me like, oh, just such a good dynamic. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you had a good time today, because I certainly did. I had a great time filming this video, even if it was a little bit anxiety inducing at times. But yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching. My Instagram and Goodreads are always linked in the description if you want to check them out, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!